Hello, folks. Today is Friday, January 6th, 2026. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. A lot to talk about, and the first thing is just a cool game. If you've been following the Friday show and just gameranx videos for a while now, you know we've talked about this one, but if you haven't heard about it, let's put it on your radar. This is Samson, a Tindleston story, and this is a kind of AA-ish style game with big ambition, and it's a GTA-like game that just looks awesome. That being said, it seems like it's going to have a tighter focus than a Grand Theft Auto game, more about a narrative and more focused on the brawling and the driving. And the newest trailer we got shows a lot of both of those things. This is also significant because it's not a game just coming completely out of nowhere. This is from Liquid Swords. This is a newer studio founded by some people from Avalanche, folks behind the Mad Max game, which is incredibly underrated, as well as like Just Cause. So they have the chops for this style of game. And what we see here is really good driving that has like some realistic damage modeling and car combat focus, and then just a bunch of hand-to-hand brawling, which looks a little rough here from the gameplay, but still with the physics going on, with interacting with the environment, it just looks like something I really want to play. And if it's got that punchy, jabby, like real good brutality of something like the Mad Max game that they have previously worked on, dude, I'm in. The detail, the focus on the narrative, everything here seems really cool. I still have questions about the structure of the game and how it's actually going to flow, because it doesn't seem like it's going to be just this full open world, do anything you want. It seems like it's going to have a little bit more structure to it, but at the very least, the developers have been very upfront about this stuff. This is like one in a series of a lot of videos of gameplay they've put out, and this game has just been on my radar for a while because this is the type of game I like to play. A single player action adventure game with some cool ideas. I'm just down for the ride. I'm down for an adventure, and Samson seems like it might hit. Hopefully they nail it. As of right now, it still doesn't have a release date. It was revealed last year, but with the developers talking about it so consistently and so frequently, I'm hoping we get to actually play it and judge for ourselves soon. Next up, it seems like the Steam machine is sort of delayed. This comes from a really detailed and transparent statement from Valve, where they state that they had intended to announce more like, buying details, pricing, concrete date by now, but they can't because of all the stuff that's been going on. The stuff we've talked about before. Hardware prices rapidly increasing almost out of nowhere due to AI nonsense. Quote, when we announced these products in November, we planned on being able to share specific pricing and launch dates by now, but the memory and storage shortages you've likely heard about across the industry have rapidly increased since then. The limited availability and growing prices of these critical components mean we must revisit our exact shipping schedule and pricing, especially around Steam Machine and Steam Frame. One thing they said is that like their goal of shipping in the first half of the year, that has not changed. So we're still going to see it in the first half of 2026. But when exactly, we still don't know, and it sounds like they don't know, and it's probably going to be further into 2026 rather than right around the corner. Quote, we have work to do to land on concrete pricing and launch dates that we can confidently announce, being mindful of how quickly the circumstances around both of these things can change. They did say in the meantime, they are going to continue giving information about these devices, like what to expect from them at the very least while they figure all this stuff out. And I hope they figure it out soon, because the device, the hardware, the whole suite of hardware from the controller to the VR headset to the Steam machine itself was really exciting. So while this isn't like a massive delay announcement or anything like that, it is a subtle kind of nudge to the fact that things still aren't really set in stone for the Steam machine. I think they need to take the time also because I think price is a very significant thing for them. They got to get that just right to get it in to the type of customer that like they're trying to, acquire here or like get these things in their hands. So for now, I guess all we have to do is just sit and hope we hear something more soon. Also, we got a new Horizon game announcement that came out of nowhere from Sony. This is Horizon Hunters Gathering. This is actually for PC and PS5. And it's not like a full-fledged new Horizon game. It's an online multiplayer spin-off thing. This is a tactical co-op action game where 3 players can link together and hunt monsters and do stuff in a kind of lighter, quirkier style of the Horizon world. I will say the art style here is pretty cool. Obviously, it's different from main Horizon, but I don't hate it. It seems very cohesive at the very least. But they're going to be announcing playtesting soon, and the video they put out does detail a lot of stuff about the game. It's being done with Guerrilla Games, but they did also start the whole trailer saying, hey, we here at Guerrilla Games are still very committed to single player games. So I kind of like that they were addressing the typical fans of the franchise first. But on the website for this game, they did also mention that there's going to be like cross-platform play, cross-progression, as well as a single-player mode. You're going to be able to just play it alone. So that's good, at least. But yeah, I don't know about this one. This type of game, this type of multiplayer thing isn't usually for me, but I'd love to know in the comments if you are the type of person who jives with this. Let me know what you think. Are you going to give this a shot? It takes place after the events of Horizon Forbidden West, but still, like, looking at this, I don't know if this is like my type of thing, my type of game. It's Sony trying to go after a different market once again. Let me know if maybe it's up your alley. Is this something that you're going to give a try? I ask because it's always nice to know. Maybe we'll make a video about it, but as of right now, it doesn't have a release date. Next up, this video is brought to you by nothing, just you. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. I know we usually do a sponsor thing in the middle here. Thank you for dealing with those sponsors. Thank you for clicking on them. Whatever you do, whether you skip, watch, whatever. Thank you for just watching our videos. It puts food on our table. We appreciate it. The whole team here. Anyway, next up, real quick, Take-Two did come out and say, hey, the rumors that everybody talked about last week about GTA 6 not having a physical release at launch, it's going to be digital only. That's false. They've come out specifically and clarified. Take-Two CEO, good old Strauss Zelnick, he said that GTA 6 will be available as a physical release on day one. So there you have it. We talked about it a lot last week. It seemed like a believable rumor, but it seems like it's not going to be the case. So normal, everything, everybody put your guns down. Also, in some wild news, some bad news, Ashes of Creation is just like done, kaput, it seems like. So according to the reports, the MMO, it's early access that a lot of people dug, is going to face issues because it seems like most of the people working on the game were suddenly laid off. Something like 100 developers. Not only that, a lot of people choosing to quit because seemingly just some issues going on with management. We don't have the full picture yet, but Steam did withdraw Ashes of Creation from sale early in the week, and then all this happened, and now there's kind of like issues with refunds, with people rightfully wanting refunds, and it seems like it's not quite clear if Steam is going to completely honor anything. I've seen reports of some people getting a refund after playing a lot of the game, some people having issues. I really hope Steam does the right thing here, because this seems like a complete shit show and very unprofessional, because not only just a bunch of layoffs and like sudden surprise this, but we see that a lot. I hate to say it, like we see a lot of studio closures and sudden layoffs, but the way it's handled here feels different. It's like people aren't getting their final paychecks. It just seems like a complete mess. So I don't know what's going on with Ashes of Creation, but it's going to be curious to see the final story, like the post-mortem on this, the Jason Schreier Bloomberg report that gets the inside sources. I really am curious to see what the hell happened here, because it seems like they had a good thing going with Ashes of Creation, but that's where we're at. Also, in case you missed it, Overwatch 2 is getting a big update next week. They're working to add like 5 new heroes, which is really interesting for, I believe, this whole season 1 update. But along with that, they're dropping the 2. Just Overwatch. It's cleaner. And honestly, that absolutely makes sense. Overwatch should have just been a thing that grew. The whole Overwatch 2 debacle just seems like a massive bag fumbling that they're still recovering from, and I hope they do. Next up, some things linked in the description down below, just some gameplay trailers and stuff you might want to check out in case you missed. The first is more Crimson Desert gameplay. Yes, I know last week we talked about that 15-minute big gameplay deep dive, but now we have a video focused just around combat and progression specifically. They're being very candid, very upfront with showing people pretty much everything about this game, and I think that's good. But I'm also excited about the game. I've been curious, so I don't need to see every detail, but if you want it, it's there. Shout out to the transparency. We appreciate that in this marketing thing. Along with that, Nintendo highlighted the Switch 2 version of Resident Evil 9, and it looks like it's running pretty well. There's been some hands-on previews and stuff like that. They also revealed the Grace and Leon amiibos, and they sure just look like little people. The gameplay trailer that they did show for Switch 2, I counted, I believe there's only 2 new shots in the entire thing. They show one small shot of Leon using a sniper rifle. That's really it. But yeah, if you were planning to play it on Switch 2, it looks like the version's going to be at least all right. And in terms of games releasing this week, there's quite a few next week, but for this week, don't miss Menace, which is a kind of XCOM style tactical game. It's pretty cool so far. We're making a video on it, as well as Neo 3. Neo 3 reviews have been great so far. I'm not working on the before you buy for this one. Falcon and Eric are, but that should be up soon as well. And then also Dragon Quest VII Reimagined release for my JRPG fans out there. This just looks delightful, to be honest. And lastly, I always end on the entertainment news, and this week, it's Baldur's Gate 3. It's getting a big HBO adaptation. That's right, Baldur's Gate the television show by Craig Mazin, the guy behind Chernobyl and The Last of Us TV show. The big deadline press release, the info came out. It said Craig Mazin's such a big Baldur's Gate 3 fan. He's played 1,000 hours of it, apparently. It's so funny that they put stuff like this in those now. It's like they're trying to speak to us. They said he played it on honor mode, which cool, man. Good for you. But this is interesting because like I think Craig Mazin did a great job with The Last of Us Season 1 and Chernobyl specifically. But Last of Us Season 2 lost me. But there you have it. The guy who pivoted to gaming is doing another kind of gaming thing. Really a Wizards of the Coast D&D thing more than anything. He's cited as a D&D player big time. So there's that. And it seems like it's more of a Wizards of the Coast move than a Larian move because Jeff Keighley reported that nobody at Larian is involved with this, at least as of right now, which I think is potentially a big mistake because it seems like they had the storytelling chops, and that's part of the reason why Baldur's Gate 3 was so loved is because not only the game that they built, but also the characters, the story, the feeling of that game that those people built. Here's hoping they can replicate that, but who knows? Anyway, that was this week. A lot of news, like I said, a lot of things to chew through. So I'd love to know a couple of things. What do you think of that GTA-like game, Samson? Are you as excited as I am? I hope it's good. I hope they don't screw it up. And also, are you still waiting with bated breath for when the hell you can buy the Steam machine? Also, what are you playing this week? Let us know in the comments. Pinned comment. We really appreciate it. It helps just like for research and stuff for our videos. But that's what I got for you this week. I got to get back to working on the Before You Buy for Menace. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled for videos coming all weekend. If you like this video though, where I just kind of get you caught up on the news real quick, clicking the like button helps. I'm here every Friday. I've been here forever. So hit me up on social media. That's it. I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Pizza's on me.